starting with Premier League, because that's often the request. Arsenal versus Everton. Big man. No big man.
No big man.
Big man, are you there?
We've got Alex twice, but no big man.
They've gone off to have a fight with each other.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I'll go because I've got a bet for this match. Arsenal versus Everton. This is obviously Arsenal's last-ditch effort for 4th place, just 1 point behind Liverpool. And must win for Arsenal. Arsenal very strong, 4 back-to-back wins. And I think I'm going to take Arsenal -1, 1.8 there. They are at home, so it's Arsenal -1. Big man, are you back? Big man is not back. Then we have Chelsea versus Sunderland. Alex.
Chelsea versus Sunderland. Yeah, last match of the season. Of course, Chelsea champs already. Sunderland not. I think that they are going in the championship. I think that for sure. But I think that Chelsea will not have to push anything on this match. So I fancy Sunderland finding the back of the net. Both teams to score for me at an odd of 2.9.
Okay, both teams to score on Sunderland. And then I have a bet for this match. I have a bet for this match. Oh, yeah. Okay, Chelsea. Chelsea at home, top of the table versus bottom of the table. I expect a confident win from Chelsea. I'm very surprised, actually, to see just Chelsea to win half-time, full-time, 1.65. Really surprised because just Chelsea to win is 1.14, very low odds. So surprised by that bet, but I'm going to take it. Chelsea to win half-time, full-time. Okay, next we have got Hull versus Tottenham. Interesting. All 4 of us are on this bet. Big man, by the way, is having trouble getting back on. I don't know what's happened there. But Stuart, you've got a bet for this match. Stuart, God, everyone's dropping like flies. Okay.
I got one.
All right, Martin. It's like everyone's just dropping down. Okay, go on, Martin.
I'm just going to go for the straight Tottenham win here. You can get good odds if you start to play around with handicaps and whatnot. But this is Hull's last game in the Premiership. They might want to give their fans a bit of a show. So I think the value is good enough just on a straight Tottenham win, 1.7. Put it in your parlays. Back Tottenham to win this one. They're the better team and they should win, but maybe not by too heavy a margin.
Yeah, welcome back, guys. I think Big Man's there. Stuart, you disappeared as well. Or did we hang a sec? There was a bet.
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. And then Hull versus Tottenham. So Martin's saying it's good for a parlay bet. He's going for the Tottenham win. What are you going for?
For a Hull win, and I don't like it.
Stuart,
you're still there.
I know. It's not me. It's the system. It's the system that's done so well throughout this entire season. And it said that a Hull win is likely. And it's unfortunate because I've got 2 or 3 systems, and it's the one of very, very few times that all 3 systems agree, which generally means that the bet is a winner. And what are the odds? 5.5 with Ladbrokes. So great odds, but a horrible, horrible result if that's the way it goes.
How likely is it a Hull win? Are you joking? What, like 1% or something? That's crazy. They've already been relegated.
What are these systems?
They've won 1 in 5.
Already been relegated, but
they failed to score. They failed to score in their last 3 matches.
Look at their home results. Their home results are actually very, very good. I think if you're based on their home results only, they'd be middle of the table. Their away results is what's got them relegated this season. They've done so very, very poorly. Hull at home are a very tough side to beat, and I think Spurs could find it difficult, seeing as it's kind of after the Lord Mayor's show here. You know, Spurs cannot finish any higher or lower than 2nd, and you know, very emotional game last weekend.
Last home game, Hull failed to score against Sunderland, losing 2-0. I'd say that they're quite beatable at home. Is the old Hull?
Yeah, that was Sunderland, who also have the pressure off. There's nothing for them to play for either. So, you know, this is probably a game to avoid, but if you want to go for the value, and that's all this is going on, is the value. If you want to go for the value, then the value is with the whole win at 5.5. Can I repeat that?
I think you've cray-crayed this one just a little too much. But listen, if it wins, it wins.
Maybe a bit too much of this. Is that the problem?
Yeah, exactly. Big man.
King is back. I'm back.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, listen, guys, I was just having fun. I was just having some fun. Everybody takes stuff too serious.
Which ones did we miss of yours? Okay, so we're just still on. We did Alex. What are you going for? Hull versus City. Stuart was saying that Hull is going to beat Tottenham, but
Yeah,
we think he's
I think
a little
I
much
think
in the
that,
old drink when he made that one. But
I think that we will see a really good last round of fixtures in Premier League, with most of the teams playing for pleasure, and I think that a lot of opportunities will transform in goals. So again, if Stuart says that Hull will win, I think that Hull will find the back of the net at least one time, right? So over 2.5 goals at 1.75.
yeah, not a bad bet at all. All right, so we've all done that one. And then, Big Man, you had a bet for Burnley versus West Ham.
Yeah, Burnley at home here. Turf Moor's been good to them this year. Won half their games. And, you look at West Ham right now, poor form. They got crushed over the weekend against Liverpool. Defense looked terrible. And look, I mean, you look at as far as the top the 5 losses that Burnley has, 4 have come against the top 5 teams. So, against, lesser competition, they're getting the job done at home. I think it's a pretty good price here. I backed Burnley a couple weeks ago at home. They drew, but I think West Ham right now is in a poor form. 0-6 over the last 6 on the road. I like Burnley here at home. Plus, 130, so it's about, 2.3. I like that price.
2.45. And I tell you what, value as well to do a draw no bet if you want. And then you also had a bet for Arsenal versus Everton.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Arsenal must win here. We all know that. Everton hasn't won on the road since January. I mean, this team has really struggled, only winning 2 away from Goodison Park, really struggling. And they've struggled for a long time now. They really just kind of went away. Lukaku looks destined for somewhere else. I think Arsenal -1 here. They're really playing good football right now. I know Martin probably pretty happy about that. And clearly a must win. I think, at worst, it's a push, but I think this is a 3-1. 2-0 type of game. I think Arsenal gets the job done here. I'll take a shot with them here on the -1.
Yeah. I hope so. Middlesbrough to beat Liverpool, then Arsenal make the top 4. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for Liverpool. My dad's team is Liverpool. I'm rooting for Liverpool in that spot. My bet as well, Big Man as well.
You can't call yourself a Man United fan if you're rooting for Liverpool, Natalie.
It's my dad's team, isn't it? It's like, I know, but that's my dad's team, so I'm rooting for him as well. Leicester versus Bournemouth, Martin.
Yeah, again, like Stuart was saying earlier, I'm a bit hesitant about this one because I haven't really seen how Leicester got on tonight against Tottenham. But I still feel that they will win this game. Bournemouth are a side that have been playing well. They've won 3 out of their last 4, and they play some good attacking football. But they're not particularly strong at the back, and their defenders aren't particularly quick since Nathan Ake left. I think this is the sort of team that will come out and give Leicester a bit of space and chances, and the likes of Jamie Vardy and Riyad Mahrez could put on a bit of a show here. If Leicester do win this, they've got a chance of ending up in 8th, which wouldn't be a bad season at all if results go their way. So I think Leicester to win, straight win, 1.91. If they do go and get absolutely destroyed by Tottenham tonight, then I might have to rethink it. But still looking good, 1.91 Leicester.
Yeah, I'm going as well for the Leicester to win, and agree with you. I will not be making that bet until I've seen, obviously, the outcome of Leicester versus Tottenham. So, guys, bear that one in mind. Liverpool versus Middlesbrough. Me. I'm going as well. Middlesbrough half-time, full-time. It's low. 1.57, but I think it is an absolute must-win for them. I am treading carefully. It's an absolute must-win. They want that 4th spot there. Arsenal right behind them, and it's their last home match against Middlesbrough, who've already said goodbye and really packed up for the season. So Liverpool half-time, full-time, 1.57. Also, like Liverpool -2, to be honest with you, 1.83. But Liverpool half-time, full-time. Manchester United versus Crystal Palace. Alex.
Wow, again, we're talking about Manchester United. Again, Mourinho is really nervous because he cannot play on Saturday and have 24 hours more for resting his players before the Europa League final. So, again, I think that we will go with the trend, and let's say, again, that Mourinho will rest a lot of his players. because after 3 days he will be in Stockholm playing the final. So Crystal Palace plus 0.5 at 1.8.
Very good bet. I'm out of this match, but I was again leaning on the unders. It is a really good bet to play when Manchester United play generally. Big man, interesting question. You sort of answered it, but Big man, how does handicapping this football compare to handicapping the NFL? Is there big differences? What do you think?
Well, I'm not a huge NFL handicapper. I made my bones with college football, but yeah, nothing I don't think compares to soccer, in my opinion. I mean, it's a totally different thing. Three-way lines, all sorts of things. American sports to me are obviously my wheelhouse, something I've bet for a long time at this level. But soccer for me is always fun. I know I mess around with everyone here, but it is a fun thing for me. I enjoy it. I don't think there's anything that compares to it as from a betting perspective. I don't think you can really compare them at all, to be honest. They're totally different.
I'd argue, I don't know if you agree, Big Man, that handicapping is not really such a big thing in European football. The main bulk of bets are just win, lose, or draw. When you come in, because the games are often decided by such a narrow margin, that ends up being quite a small part of the betting repertoire that people have. Right,
and another thing, real quick, I know here it's a lot easier for me to get information. I know over there it's easy for you guys. For me, it's a little bit more difficult. I don't have really access to a lot of the channels and things like that. For me, handicapping is all about information, and over here I can make friends with beat reporters and things like that at colleges and things like that. Over there, it's a little bit more difficult for me. So for me, just something I like to do a little bit more, but nothing close.
Nice. Okay, Watford versus Manchester City, Alex.
Manchester City, I think that it will be a walk in the park for them. I think that we will see Watford really relaxed without a lot of their key players starting in the first 11. Big injury problems, and also last match of the season, they are saved. They will play next year also in EPL. Manchester City needs the third place. It's a big difference between the third and the fourth place. Third place qualifies you directly in the group stage of the Champions League. Fourth place, you need to play playoffs like they did last year with Steaua Bucharest. Again, City. So Manchester City with minus 1.25 at 1.93, the best odds.
Yeah. What about? I was looking both teams to score in this bet, in this match. Obviously, Man City on the road, not the strongest of defenses. Do you think Watford can get a goal, Alex?
I'm not. I think that against Manchester City, everyone can score a goal. And Watford are a decent team when they're playing home. So yeah, they might score, but it's a pass for me. I will pass it. Yeah.
Yeah, just interesting. Okay, Martin.
I think you have to.
Oh, sorry, Stu.
I think you have to bear in mind that Watford will be looking for a new manager because Matsari, it's been announced today, he will not be in charge next season. This is his last game. So see how it goes.
All right. What are you going to go for, Alex? Oh, sorry, Martin.
I was going to say that Alex has been reading my emails when he started to say his bet, but I'm actually pushing it a tiny bit further for my bet. I'm going to go Man City minus 1.5 on the Asian handicap, which is 2.05. I also see this being a bit of a walk in the park for Man City. They've been really steamrolling teams of late and racking up some quite heavy victories. It's all a little bit too little too late. But I think some of these players are trying to show that they want to be in Pep Guardiola's plans and not be sold in the summer. So they're really starting to turn it on. And I don't think Watford will offer much opposition now their manager's gone and they don't really have anything to play for. So I can see quite a heavy scoreline. Minus 1.5 sounds good to me.
Yeah, well, we must all be reading each other's emails because mine's Man City -1. I just went for the -1, actually 1.6. That was enough for me to tread cautiously. Man City -1.6. I also kind of like Man City and the over 2.5 goals. That was another bet that I was looking at, 1.83. And I was curious about that, both teams to score. That's why I asked that question. Bet priced at 2, but for my official record, Man City -1.